There's one constant art.
Oh, yeah.
From drawing competitions with his cousin using encyclopedias as inspiration to tagging Philly with his graffiti crew.
Yeah.
It's clear that art was his outlet, his saving grace.
And his mother recognized that passion early on, even sending him to art school, which feels like a significant turning point in the story.
Definitely.
Welcome to Witter. Who Has Time to Read? The podcast that brings deep dives for busy minds. Listen to AI hosts Jane and Dane and get ready to unpack the world's most captivating books in just a fraction of the time. Whether commuting, working out, or just squeezing in a quick break, we deliver key insights, thought-provoking themes, and takeaways you can carry into your day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Plus, use our links in the description to purchase this book. Your support helps us bring more engaging book discussions to you. Listen and follow us wherever you get your podcasts. Who has time to read? You do, with Witter.
Welcome back to Witter, where we bring you deep dives for busy minds.
That's right.
This month,
Deep dive.
we're celebrating Black voices with a special series for Black History Month. And today we're diving into a memoir that's as raw as it is insightful.
Yeah.
The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter.
You know him as the lyrical genius behind The Roots. But this book takes us beyond the stage and deep into his personal journey, exploring how his experiences, particularly as a Black man in America, have shaped him.
And it all begins with a powerful, almost symbolic event.
Right.
At just 6 years old, Black Thought accidentally burns down his family's home.
Wow.
It's more than just a physical loss.
Absolutely. He carries the weight of this event throughout the book, even saying that the experience of total loss became the basis of all that I am.
Wow.
It becomes a lens through which he views the world, almost a metaphor for the constant change and upheaval that he'd come to face in his life.
It makes you wonder, how does such an early experience with loss impact someone's worldview?
Yeah.
It feels like a recurring theme, like he's constantly rebuilding and adapting.
That's a great observation. He doesn't dwell on blame or guilt, but on the understanding that sometimes things are just gone.
Right.
And that shapes how he approaches relationships, challenges, even his art.
And speaking of his environment, Black Thought paints such a vivid picture of growing up in Philadelphia.
Yes, he does.
What stood out to you about his portrayal of Philly?
Philly's more than just a backdrop in this book. It's a character in itself, shaping his experiences and interactions. He describes the unique character of Mount Airy, where he was born, compared to the vibrant melting pot and simmering tension of South Philly, where he spent his formative years.
He even talks about a South Philly code, almost like an unspoken set of rules governing conflict and survival.
Yeah.
What did you make of that?
It's fascinating, isn't it? This code emphasizes swift conflict resolution, often through physical confrontation.
Wow.
Which highlights the pressures of that environment.
Yeah.
He doesn't shy away from the impact this had on him, both positive and negative.
Right.
It makes you think about how environments, especially for young Black men, can shape their responses and interactions.
It's like he's absorbing the energy of the city, both its beauty and its grit.
Right.
And within that environment, we meet a truly captivating cast of characters. His family.
Yes.
There's his mother, Cassie, a complex woman who hustled to make ends meet while fiercely supporting his creative spirit.
She's a force of nature.
Yeah.
And then there's his grandmother, Minnie, the anchor of the family, deeply rooted in the community.
Yeah.
And let's not forget the extended family.
Right.
A gangster uncle, a pimp uncle, a preacher uncle. Talk about a spectrum of experiences.
It's almost Shakespearean, the range of personalities within his family.
It is.
Did you notice how he highlighted the fact that many women in his family were hearing impaired?
It's a detail that really resonated with me.
Yeah.
It makes you think about strength and resilience in ways we often overlook.
Right.
How did they navigate the world, communicate, build those deep bonds despite those challenges?
Yeah.
It adds another layer to the idea of Black families overcoming adversity.
Right.
Not just societal hurdles, but personal ones, too.
And while he was shielded from some of their more illicit activities, you can see how he absorbed their survival instincts and entrepreneurial spirit.
Yes.
Nature and nurture intertwine.
You can see how those influences, both positive and negative, contributed to his drive and ambition. And through it all, there's one constant art.
Oh, yeah.
From drawing competitions with his cousin, using encyclopedias as inspiration, to tagging Philly with his graffiti crew.
Yeah.
It's clear that art was his outlet, his saving grace.
And his mother recognized that passion early on, even sending him to art school, which feels like a significant turning point in the story.
Definitely. He talks about the impact of his teacher, Mr. Corey, who emphasized emotional honesty in art.
Okay.
Art wasn't just an escape for him.
Right.
It was a way to channel his emotions, to process the world around him.
Right.
He even calls it a portal, something he still believes today.
It's like art became a way for him to connect with his authentic self, even as he was navigating the complexities of his environment and family.
Yeah.
It's a powerful testament to the transformative power of creative expression, especially for young Black men facing societal pressures.
Absolutely. And speaking of societal pressures, the story takes a darker turn as the crack epidemic hits Philadelphia, leaving a devastating impact on his life and community. This is where the book transcends a personal narrative and becomes a reflection of a larger societal issue that disproportionately affected Black communities. He describes how the epidemic transformed his once vibrant neighborhood, with violence addiction and a sense of loss permeating every corner.
It's heartbreaking because this narrative has played out in so many Black communities across America.
Yes, it has.
What struck me was the rawness with which he describes his own mother's struggle with addiction.
It adds a layer of complexity to their already multifaceted relationship, doesn't it? He doesn't shy away from these difficult moments, which speaks volumes about his honesty as a writer and his courage in confronting those painful memories.
It's a reminder that behind the success and fame, there are real human struggles.
Yeah.
And societal issues have a ripple effect impacting individuals and families in profound ways.
Absolutely.
But even amidst this darkness, a significant figure emerges.
Yes.
Amir Questlove Thompson, his lifelong friend and musical partner.
Their connection dates back to their days at KPA, Philly's high school for creative and performing arts.
Okay.
What's interesting is the contrast between their backgrounds. Questlove coming from a more stable, musically inclined family, while Black Thought was navigating the harsh realities of South Philly. Yet they find common ground in their shared passion for music.
It's a testament to the unifying power of art, wouldn't you say?
Precisely.
It transcends those differences, creating a space for connection and collaboration.
And their partnership wasn't without its challenges. He even describes a physical fight they had.
Wow.
A clash fueled by their contrasting upbringings and approaches to conflict.
That clash sounds intense. Did their bond survive that?
It did. And it's a testament to their deep connection.
Yeah.
Their reconciliation highlights a key aspect of their relationship, the ability to learn and grow from their differences. It's almost a metaphor for the creative process itself, with friction and tension ultimately giving birth to something beautiful and innovative.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
Thank you.
Their story reminds us that creative partnerships, even the most successful ones, are forged in the fires of those clashes and differences. And speaking of transformation, Black Thought introduces a central metaphor in the book, the upcycle.
It's more than just a clever title. It's a concept woven throughout the entire narrative. He views life as a process of reclaiming, repurposing, and transforming experiences, especially the difficult ones. It's about taking the raw materials of pain, loss, and struggle and shaping them into something meaningful and empowering.
So he's essentially upcycling the fire that burned down his childhood home, his mother's battle with addiction, even the violence he witnessed.
Absolutely.
He's turning those fragments of experience into art, into music, into a narrative that speaks to resilience and transformation.
Exactly. He takes those elements that could have easily broken him and transforms them into fuel for his creativity, for his growth. It speaks to a larger theme of resilience, the theme that runs deep within the Black experience. Think about the blues, jazz, hip-hop, all these art forms born out of struggle, out of a need to express what words alone couldn't convey.
It's about turning pain into power. Finding beauty in the midst of adversity.
Yes.
And Black Thought's story reminds us that this process of upcycling isn't limited to just art.
Right.
It's a way of life. It's about looking at our own experiences, even the challenging ones, and asking ourselves, how can I transform this? How can I find meaning and purpose in this struggle?
It's a powerful message, particularly resonant during Black History Month, as we reflect on a community that has consistently upcycled its experiences, transforming pain into progress, resilience into art, and struggle into a powerful narrative of hope and triumph.
It's a legacy that continues to inspire and empower generations.
Absolutely.
And Black Thought's story, through its vulnerability and honesty, adds another layer to that rich tapestry of Black voices in America.
So as we delve deeper into the concept of upcycling, it begs the question, what are your experiences that could be upcycled?
What are the raw materials of your life that you can transform into something meaningful and beautiful?
It's a powerful idea, right? To look at those challenging moments not as things to bury, but as opportunities for growth and transformation. Black Thought's story reminds us that we all have that power within us.
It's like taking those broken pieces, those experiences that might seem useless or even painful, and finding a way to give them new meaning, a new purpose.
And it's not just about individual growth, is it? It's about recognizing that those personal experiences often reflect broader societal issues. In Black Thought's case, his story shines a light on the systemic challenges that continue to shape the Black experience in America.
Absolutely. We see this with the crack epidemic, with the South Philly Code, even with the subtle ways he talks about navigating predominantly white spaces as a Black artist.
And that's why it's so important to amplify these voices, to create spaces where those stories can be shared and understood. Black History Month provides an opportunity for us to actively seek out those diverse narratives, to challenge our own perspectives, and to broaden our understanding of American history and culture.
So as we've journeyed through Black Thought's story, what stood out to you as the most significant upcycle moment?
For me, it's the way he channeled his mother's addiction into powerful verses about societal injustice. He didn't shy away from the pain, but he transformed it into a call for awareness, a way to connect with others who might have shared similar experiences.
That's a powerful example of how personal pain can be transmuted into art that resonates with a larger community, even sparking a dialogue for change. It reinforces the idea that these stories, these upcycled selves, aren't just personal. They hold a mirror to society, challenging us to confront difficult truths and work towards a more just and equitable world.
Precisely. And that brings us back to the heart of what we do here at WHTTR, offering deep dives for busy minds, Black thoughts. The Upcycled Self is just one example of the countless stories waiting to be discovered, especially from Black authors, who offer unique and often underrepresented perspectives.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, we leave you with a few final questions to ponder. What other Black authors have inspired you? Whose stories have resonated with you?
And what are some ways we can all contribute to amplifying those voices, not just during Black History Month, but throughout the year?
Keep those conversations going. Keep exploring and keep those minds engaged. We'll catch you on our next deep dive, where we'll continue to explore the diverse and fascinating world of books and ideas.